Welcome. This is Residiva. I'm sharing a recording of a casual Skyrim playthrough using a mod list I built. My profound thanks to all the mod creators who have made this game a crowdsourced treasure. I hope you enjoy.
Speak, elf.
Wow, look at all the crops for me to steal. Woo! It's amazing. Hello, tomatoes. Why am I not looting the tomatoes? Oh, there we go. Okay.
I'm warning you. Back off. That's close enough.
I don't want any of your stinky bones.
That's close enough. That's close enough.
I am literally riding away. Be quiet. I can't even dismount here. Look, you are the stupid dragon that has made it impossible for me to travel for like the last 4 days. Would you please land? Hey, Amber. Hedix Vulnerable Notes. I was skeptical, but it's obvious now. The old hymns had truth to them. The relief wasn't far from the entrance, just as they said. I've no doubt now that it hides the entrance to Kvenel's tomb. The 2 keys must be hidden somewhere nearby. Ceremonial replicas of Oaken and Adrich, favored weapons when Kvenel went into battle. I don't dare explore further without hiring bodyguards to accompany me, however. To think the tongue chieftain Kvenel could be entombed beyond just a few feet of stone. The ancestor we scarcely believed was real. Twice damned for planning this foolish scouting trip. I should have hired those sellswords in the first place. Perhaps there's no need. This place is just a tomb after all, and there are no obvious signs of habitation. It wasn't as though the 1,000-year-old dead will mind if I have a look around. Oh, they mind. I'm sorry, sweetie.
By the almighty divines, you've come. You've actually come. This dreadful black sacrament thing. It worked.
Remain silent.
Right then. You prefer to listen, is that it? Well, you must represent the Dark Brotherhood. I certainly wasn't expecting anyone else. So, I'll cut right to the chase. I would like to arrange a contract. Several, actually. I dare say the most important work your organization has had in, well, centuries.
Go on.
As I said, I want you to kill several people. You'll find the targets as well as their manners of elimination quite varied. I'm sure someone of your disposition will probably even find it enjoyable. But you should know that these killings are but a means to an end.
Oh, that's
For they
Gideon.
pave the way to the most important
I think that's
target.
Gideon Emery.
The real reason I'm speaking with a cutthroat in the bowels of this detestable
I think that's Gideon
crypt,
Emery, yeah.
for I seek the assassination of the Emperor.
Remain silent.
It's a shocking request, I know, but it is inside the purview of what you Dark Brotherhood types do, isn't it? If history is to be believed, you must understand, so much has led to this day, so much planning and maneuvering. Now you're here, as if the very stars have finally aligned. But I digress. Here, let me give you these. They are to be delivered to your, superior. Rexus! The items.
Nope. Alexander Brandon. What's
Here.
wrong?
Here.
The sealed letter will explain everything that needs to be done. The amulet is quite valuable. You can use it to pay for any and all expenses. Is there something else you need?
I have vowed to serve Armand
That's
Motier
Gideon
until
Emery.
dying breath. Best remember that.
That's weird. No, I don't know. I still think that's okay. I'm still sad about killing Lurbuck. What is on this guy's head in this painting? Is it supposed to be... I mean, what is that? That just freaks me out. It looks like a turtle shell carved to be a toupee. Well, anyway, that's why I hide hats. They're dumb. Nice camera spin.
You're back. Good. All right, so, did you
Motier
meet this
wants us-
Motier? What did he want?
To kill the Emperor.
You're joking.
No. Show Astrid the amulet and sealed letter.
What's this?
Letter explains it all. The amulet is for expenses.
By Sithis, you're not joking. To kill the Emperor of Tamriel. The Dark Brotherhood hasn't done such a thing since the assassination of Pelagius. As a matter of fact, no one has dared assassinate an Emperor of Tamriel since the murder of Uriel Septim, and that was 200 years ago.
Surely the Night Mother wouldn't misdirect us.
No, she certainly wouldn't. And, for whatever reason, she chose to relay Motier's information to you. I don't know exactly what's going on here, if you're the listener, or this is some fluke, or what. But what we now have before us...
So we'll accept the contract?
You're damn right we'll accept it. If we pull this off, the Dark Brotherhood will know a fear and respect we haven't seen in centuries. You think I'd abandon an opportunity to lead my family to glory? But this is all so much to take in. I need time to read the letter and figure out where we go from here. And this amulet.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking we need that amulet appraised. I want to know where it came from, how much it's worth, and if we can actually get away with selling it. And there's only one man who can give us what we need. Delvin Mallory. He's a fence, a private operator. Works out of the Ratway in Riften. Give me the letter. Bring Mallory the amulet. Find out everything you can and sell it if he's willing. He'll offer a letter of credit. That's fine. Delvin Mallory and the Dark Brotherhood have history. He can be trusted.
Okay. I need to talk to Vex about the gem too. I never did it. You. Got him.
Things are looking up around here, lass.
Hey, buddy. Oh.
Things.
Okay. I went the wrong way.
Good to see you, lass. How are things?
Thanks, man. There is a guild chest around here somewhere, huh? Is that it here? No, they're all guild chests. Where's the stuff with Nito stuff? Yeah, I don't know what the business ledger is. I did discover in, Alright. Yeah. Alright, so he was behind this door. Okie dokie. I did discover that in, Elysium Estate, you can buy cows and chickens and goats. Wow, how did I get lost there? Wow.
Back with good news, I trust? Out with it. Time is money.
How can I remember those jobs I've done? Oh, cool. This is part of the mod. It looks like guild job log. Fantastic. Is this unusual gem worth anything?
Been a while since I've seen one of those. What you've got there is a stone of Baron Zaya.
It is Baron Zaya. Baron Zaya. Okay.
Not like that, it isn't. The stone was pried off of
New
Baron
Jersey
Zaya's
wins.
ceremonial
Baron Zaya.
crown by a thief in order to cover his tracks.
How many of these are there?
I think there were 24 in all. Most people keep them as a curiosity. Some of the guild members have tried to locate them over the years, but they haven't been successful. Well, until now.
You sure you won't buy it?
Look, I only buy things I can turn around quickly for a profit. And no one wants these stones unless they have the whole set. Tell you what, if you find the rest of them, talk to me again. Otherwise, keep it. Maybe it'll bring you luck.
Okay.
Keep to the shadows and you'll do fine.
I'm stealing all your cabbages and books.
Out with it. Time is money.
Something you need? Anything for the guild?
Actually, I'm here on Dark Brotherhood business.
Oh. Oh, I see. Well, you're making friends all over, ain't ya? So, how's Astrid doing these days? Tell her to stop by sometime. We can have a drink. Catch up.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be saying that.
But business, of course. What kind of business?
What can you tell me about this? Give Delvin the amulet.
Let's see. Where, oh, where did you get this? No, don't answer. I don't want to know. This is an amulet of the Emperor's Elder Council, specially crafted for each member. Worth a small fortune. Ain't something you give up lightly. Look, it ain't my business to tell the Dark Brotherhood its business, but if you killed a member of the Elder Council, you'd better believe.
Will you buy it?
Buy it? This? An Elder Council amulet? Oh yes. Oh yes indeed. Oh, wait just one moment. Here is a letter of credit, usable by Astrid only, for any service or item I can provide, as per our standard arrangement. You bring that back to your lovely mistress, with my regards.
Okay. Confessions of a Khajiit fur trader. My execution is tomorrow. The turnkey asks what I'd like for my last meal. Bring me paper, I say, a quill, and a candle. Perhaps the Jarl would like a confession. I would rather pass the time. When my father's harem burned down and our family fortune was lost to the ashes, my brother and I set to begging in the gutters of elsewhere. I will never forget the first time we stole a traveler's purse. It was almost by accident, just a slip of the claw, and the pouch fell into our hands. We ate like kings that night. We slept in a warm bed for the first time in months. Soon after, my brother and I took up the knife. The gang we joined treated us as the dirty orphans we were. We robbed, we scammed, we cut and ran, and years of debauchery and hard living took their toll. I lost half my left ear in a knife fight with a blind, drunk Argonian. I wanted to give up, but my brother, he dreamed bigger, better. My brother wanted to make it to Cyrodiil and become legit merchants. He had a plan. One final heist of a northbound caravan said to be filled with jewels. Something went wrong. My brother could not stop the horses on time, and I stood helplessly by and watched the wagon plummet over a cliff. But as I picked through the wreckage, my devastation turned to excitement. There were no jewels, but there were plenty of luxurious wolf pelts, horker tusks, and mammoth hides, more than enough to buy my way to Cyrodiil. I'd follow in the footsteps of so many of my kind, a traveling merchant, someone with a respectable profession. I had all the furs bundled in my pack when I saw my brother's broken body. His ears were still warm, and I shut his eyes for the last time. This was his dream, and he would want me to go. But what I wanted, well, the caravan guards were coming. I had to go, but I couldn't just leave his body to rot. My brother gave me my first skin. It was to be a memento, but in the darkness of the fence's cabin, the coin hit my hand heavy. Then she looked at my brother's pelt and offered 3 times the amount of any other fur. Disgust caught in my throat, but did not live for very long. I realized the cost of such a forbidden luxury, the value, the demand, the respect. This is what I wanted. It became easier. A dark alley, a gag in one hand, and a quick slice across the throat. Gently hold the body as it bleeds. I became faster, my cuts precise and fluid. I peeled the skin with one motion and kept the merchandise pristine in one piece. I became rich, far richer than anyone in my family had ever been. Yet I was careful. Dogs are offended by this story, which makes sense, right? Go on, guys. Yet I was careful. The stronghold was well hidden and practically impenetrable. I hired the men that used to employ me. We moved frequently on less traveled roads when we hunted in the wild. We stalked the back alleys we used to sleep in when we hunted in the city. I grew so rich that I no longer needed to dirty my own hands. Patchwork-colored furs fetched the best price among the Bosmer. Argonians preferred the pelts completely skinned and tanned. Orcs prized the thick, waterproof leather of the Argonians. Humans most often bought tails and ears. I had to employ an alchemist and a master craftsman for a couple of odd requests, but they didn't ask questions when the gold piled up. And now I'm a prisoner. Maybe I became careless. Maybe I let too many secrets slip between the sheets. The raid of my fortress was a massacre. It took me alive. Barely. That was their mistake. My enemies should have killed me when they had the chance. I have one lockpick, and the northern wall of my cell is weak from disrepair. My head shall not roll tomorrow. I am not finished with the trade. There will always be buyers. Someday, I will sell my own skin for a king's ransom, and my name is legend, and yours shall rot in the gutters with your bones. The Fur Trader. I remember when I first read that book and I was like, wow, that was not what I expected. And then I started reading more books. Crimes of the Imposter. The Lake Rumer Massacre. Upon the third Sundas of Sun's Height, the traitorous battle mage masquerading as the Imperial Sovereign Uriel Septim VII ordered the merciless deaths of children of the Durrani West following a minor disagreement. The Duke of Gehenna disagreed angrily with the tyrannous battle mage over imperial involvements in the War of Ben Dramach. In a fury, he ordered his aides onto a ship, the Inwald Lewis, and set sail for home with his compatriots. With only an order and no provocation, the Imperial soldiers of the 4th Legion were ordered to fire on the Breton ship. Arrows raked the deck, leaving many wounded or dead. Only once the deck was covered in corpses and blood did the volley of arrows stop. Without a pilot and caught by a gentle wind, the ship began to drift, but it had scarcely turned 25 degrees before a great fireball was cast from the shore by an unknown mage. Hissing low across the surface of the pristine lake and leaving a trail of steam in its wake, the fireball exploded into the Inwald Lewis just above the waterline. The ship sunk almost immediately, taking the Duke and all of his retainers with it. It is safe to assume that the traitor was the one to destroy the ship, but the 4th Legion was primarily a home force at the time, and had only a very small number of mages enlisted in its ranks. Justice was done when the Eternal Champion, who shall be known by no other name, severed the head of Jagar Tharn. To remember the crimes that were committed here, the true Empress Uriel Septim VII erected a monument on the shores of Lake Rumer to the south of the Talos Bridge. Although today much of our water is dark and murky, possibly due to the strange occurrences in Morrowind, on a clear day, the wreck can be seen by those who wish to remember the awful crimes that the traitor inflicted upon the Starry Heart. The Intellectual Pogrom. In that chaos that reigned while Jagar Tharn wore the dragon crown, few people noticed when nearly 8 great mages and over 200 intellectuals simply vanished. Since wizards and scholars lived by their own agendas and were prone to vanish without warning, Few, if any, eyebrows were raised. The truth was not discovered until a mass grave of well-dressed and well-equipped mages and scholars was discovered by a wandering Bosmeri ranger outside of Falanesti's northern apex, near the Cyrodiil border. Piecing together scattered evidence, investigators believe that each of the scholars and mages were invited to the grove for various reasons, where they were systematically slain. The most concerning of the bodies was that of a badly charred corpse of a grey cloak of Artem, indicating that it was likely that Tharn was there himself to dispatch these innocent men and women. Most of the mages showed signs of a struggle, but the scholars appeared to largely have been slaughtered with only meager attempts to resist. What is interesting to note is that the truly greatest mages of Tamriel were not invited, as Solaris, Fire, and Traven have all proclaimed that they never received an invitation. The murder points to a cold and bitter mind who was too concerned with hiding his stolen power that his corrupt soul caused the death of those that defend our realm. A memorial stands in northern Valenwood for those that were slain, with the names of all 276 victims. Hello, cutie. You're a good boy. I know, I don't pet you as much as you would like. You are a very, very good boy. And I'm on a loading screen. There you go. Sweetheart.
Good, you're back. Well, what did Mallory have to say? Is the amulet authentic?
Yes, and specifically made for members of the Elder Council.
The Elder Council? Oh, now that explains quite a bit. Motier, you naughty, naughty boy. Hiring the Dark Brotherhood to help you rise beyond your station. Delicious. Was Mallory willing to buy the amulet?
He was. Here's a letter of credit.
Splendid. Then we're ready to begin. Or, more specifically, you're ready to begin. After all, you're the one the Night Mother spoke to. Now then, I hope you have something nice to wear, because you're going to a wedding.
A wedding?
Well, more like the public reception. It should be a lovely affair. You'll mingle with the guests, eat some cake, stab the bride. Oh, yes. You've got to kill the bride. At her wedding. And they say romance is dead.
Remain silent.
Your target's name is Vittoria Vici. She oversees the East Empire Company's business holdings in Solitude. The wedding is being held in that city, at the Temple of the Divines. Her death will cause an uproar, which is exactly what we want. Vici is likely to address her guests frequently, as is the wedding custom. Kill her when she does that, and I promise you a significant bonus. Now go, and give the City of Solitude a celebration they're not likely to forget. Off to solitude with you. Time to give the Emperor some real motivation to visit Skyrim.
I am stinky. Time to wash all the Astrid off. Ha! Still wearing my boots. No, that's just the water. Okay. Eesh, this water's getting me clean. Yikes. Oh, look, my feet are clean. Okay. I haven't done this in a while, but I remember doing it with a bow. She doesn't have a lot of hit points, folks. It's pretty easy. I still don't understand the hat. I never will. Alright, these, who knows if I'm gonna get this done.
That you'll return with King Olaf's birth.
Okay, Viarmo.
You should see me when you get bored. Concentrate. The battlefield is full of distractions. Ignore them. Focus on your targets. Typical Imperial.
I'm just here to provide
You
protection
speak
for
of
His
Skyrim
Eminence's
like
cousin.
You know the land.
Please, enjoy
Know its
yourself.
people. You're from Cyrodiil. You know nothing about us. Nothing.
Oh, I know enough.
Long as I stay out of the way,
Troublemaking
the gods don't seem to
stormcloaks
care about
refuse
me.
to submit to Imperial.
I'm so glad Vittoria and Asgir chose a public reception. That way the entire city can share in their holy bond.
Marched into your beloved Cyrodiil, and everyone took up arms against them. Wasn't that treason? Against the Dominion, huh? I've
Why,
eaten
that's
more in the
not the
last
same
2
thing at
hours than
all.
I have in the last
The
2
Dominion
weeks.
were invaders, conquerors. We had to fight them to preserve our own way of life.
Alright. I have to do this with a dagger, huh?
My point exactly.
They
A
have...
marriage of both love and political advantage. Rare thing indeed.
Vittoria may be pretty, but does she have the right hips for the job? I want grandchildren, and lots of them.
What an amazing day this has been. I hope you've been enjoying the festivities. I'm just so overwhelmed. Such kindness for me.
Pretty flower crown.
Oh, no need to be shy. My day is your day, please. Eat, drink, make merry. We're all friends here. Please, enjoy yourself.
So I'm supposed to wait until she starts talking.
A marriage of both love and political advantage. A rare thing indeed.
Alright. I don't need the bonus. I'm just gonna stab her and run away.
Concentrate.
Ah,
The battlefield
okay.
is full. Distractions. Focus on your targets. Help! Someone's being attacked!
What was that?
Victoria! No!
Astrid ordered me to keep an eye on you. Figured you could use a hand.
I'm
when
no
the
longer
chaos
devoted
erupted.
to my deity.
I'll try and hold him off as best I can.
Okay, I'm gonna try... Oh wow, Akatosh. They saw me, huh? I'm gonna try that again with a bow from more of a distance. They did see me, which makes sense. That. As we know, my weapon of choice is bow.
Come on now. I want those arrows dead center. The lives of your fellow soldiers are counted.
Oh, okay, she's up there.
Honored guests, I just wanted to take this time to thank you all for being here. To thank you for sharing this wonderfully happy day with me.
What was that?
Victoria! No! Did you hear something?
Good is dead.
Okay.
Astrid ordered me to keep an eye on you. Figured you could use a hand when the chaos erupted. Astrid ordered me to keep an eye on you. Figured you could use a
So
hand
they're gonna
when
kill
the
him
chaos
now.
erupted.
Alright. Well,
I'll try and hold them off as best I can. You get back to the sanctuary.
I was...
No one can save you now!
Huh. Alright, so technically, I have not broken the law. Why did that idiot run straight to me? And... okay, I didn't hurt anybody. Do I even have the bounty? Alright. I'm gonna go talk to this guard, see if I have a bounty. Hello?
Watch the skies, traveler.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so that dude started the fight. I was doing fine. I mean, the second time anyway. Sorry, random Morgonian. I barely knew you, and Astrid got you killed. Maybe if you hadn't walked straight up to me and started talking about how you're supposed to help me with the assassination, you know.
The news is everywhere. Vittoria Vici, the Emperor's cousin, butchered at her own wedding. Well done.
Remain silent.
Let's see His Eminence try to ignore this. With Vici's murder, you've started us down a path the Dark Brotherhood hasn't traveled in centuries. The assassination of an emperor. And now your reward. A unique spell to summon a legend of the Dark Brotherhood. His soul serves us now in death, as his body once did in life. Ah, and of course, a bonus for killing Vici while she addressed her guests as instructed. Gold, simple and pure. Spend it as you will. Now then, time to proceed to the next stage of the plan. Go and speak with Gabriella. She's been helping me arrange your next contract.
Yay, bound unto death. Yeah, I haven't done this in a while, obviously.
Let me guess. Astrid failed to mention I'm her husband?
She totally called you husband before. Plus, I remember from the other 17 times. Trying to see... where is Babette? I want to see her little face. There you are, sweetheart.
Don't let my appearance throw you off. I'm older than you. A lot older. Getting bitten by a vampire when you're 10 will do that to a girl.
Okay.
Can't wait to hear all about the next person you murder.
Yeah, she's supposed to have red eyes. Okay, she does. So the kids mod that I have, it's a couple of them, but it's RS Children, and then there's like an RS Children revamp. Get it? She's a vamp. Yeah, never mind.
Dear sister, I've been waiting for you. Your next contract awaits, as I'm sure Astrid indicated.
She did. What are the details?
With the Emperor's arrival in Skyrim now a certainty, his security service, the Penitus Oculatus, will need to begin its preparations immediately. Security is being handled by a Commander Morrow. Astrid and I have devised a plan to break the man, and in doing so, cripple the Emperor's protection. You are to slay the Commander's son, Gaius Morrow, and once he is dead, plant false evidence on his body, implicating him in a plot to kill the Emperor.
Remain silent.
He is set to leave the Penitus Oculatus outpost at Dragonbridge and inspect the security of each city in Skyrim. Go there now, observe Gaius Morrow's departure and follow him. Waylay him in one of the cities and send his soul to Sithis. Once he's dead, plant the incriminating letter on his body and let fate take care of the rest. Oh, and one final thing.
Yes?
To earn your bonus, do not kill Gaius Morrow in Dragonbridge or on the road. Kill him in one of the other major cities he'll be visiting. There, the body will be discovered quickly, as will the letter implicating Gaius Morrow in the plot to assassinate the Emperor. Do that, and Astrid has authorized me to grant you a rather unique bonus. It is a special token to be given to Olava the Feeble in Whiterun. Olava is an old and dear friend, and a powerful seer. The token entitles you to a reading of your future. It's an opportunity one should not pass up.
Huh. I don't remember that.
Walk in Gaius Morrow's
But
shadow
I kinda
and
know my
deliver to
future.
him the judgment of Sithis.
Guess what, guys? I get to follow someone again. I would make the worst assassin. Just like, oh, no. I don't like the guys who made this contract, and I don't want to offend the chickens, and I hate following people. God, I hate cleaning stuff up. Okay, so I've got to follow him to like another city? What the? I mean, I know I did this before. I remember talking to the quote-unquote emperor.
Father, you worry too much. I'll be fine.
That's Gideon Emery.
I know you will, but all the same, remember everything I said. Stay alert. When you get to the cities, make your observations and move on.
Letter from Father. My son, in order for the Penitus Oculatus to ensure the safety of our honored Emperor during his visit to Skyrim, you must personally verify the security of every city in the province. To this end, I appoint you my personal representative, granting all rights and privileges afforded a commanding officer of the Penitus Oculatus. You are authorized to speak with my voice and administer with my hands. Guys, I cannot do this alone. There is much work to be done here in Dragonbridge and elsewhere, and many arrangements still to be made before the Emperor's arrival. I simply cannot afford to spend time traveling right now, but you must know the seriousness of the task I set before you. When he arrives, the Emperor may choose to visit any city in Skyrim, as suits his whim. If he does so, we, the Penitus Oculatus, Must be sure that security within those cities is sufficient to deal with any threat to his person that may arrive. Gaius, my beloved son, you may be new to the Penitus Oculatus, but I need someone I can trust. You must carry out your duty for the safety of the Emperor, the glory of the Penitus Oculatus, and the honor of the Marrow family name. Your superior officer and loving father, Commander Marrow.
I understand. But you're being paranoid. I'm inspecting security, not charging off into battle. There's not a lot that can go wrong.
Oh dear.
Son, when the Emperor's safety is concerned, anything could go wrong. Off with you now, and good travels.
Farewell, Father. I'll return as soon as I'm able.
Well, this is it then. Look after yourself, Gaius. You're doing your duty, and I'm proud of you, but you better come back to me. You hear?
Oh, Fida. I may travel alone, but you know I carry you always in my heart. I'll see you soon.
Sorry I have to kill you, Gideon. Alright, so...
Trust me, we have nothing to say to one another.
Yeah, okay. So what do I just... Huh. Doesn't actually tell me where he's traveling. I'm gonna wait. At this point, though, won't I? Oh my god. Okay, so I'm not supposed to kill him in Dragon Bridge. Ugh. I'm gonna get really tired, folks. Oh. Oh, crap. Okay, so I'm supposed to steal his schedule, not the letter from his body. Oops. Okay, I get it. So he's already traveling. Ah, okay. I can see where he is. Ah! Cards. Prefect Torbal is wanted for desertion, theft, and 2 counts of murder. Torbal killed 2 legionnaires, but not before making off with a piece of General Tullius's personal collection, the Lord's Mail. His escape was under our watch, and it reflects poorly on all of us. Flush him out, but keep this quiet. If you find the stolen armor, bring it to me, and I will personally return it to the General. Last reports indicate he was headed towards Steepfall Barrow. Commander Morrow. Okay. So now I'm just gonna have to chase the guy, chase his little arrow and hope that I arrive in time. Yeah, I'm too far behind. I'm gonna have to math, right? Catch him. So figure out where I am this morning and head for somewhere he's gonna be in the evening. Okay. It is morning. Okay. Head to Solitude. Okay, what time is it? Alright, I can go sleep somewhere.
Interested traveler.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy the loft in the Winking Skeever. I got plenty of money. What with all this death?
Come on in. Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
You look like someone.
Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend.
How about a friendly contest to win a staff?
Oh, I don't have a loft anymore? Oh, it's Sanguine. Are any rumors
Varnius
lately?
Junius stopped by here on his way to court. He was worried about something. I'm sure Falk Firebeard could tell you what.
Heard any rumors lately?
I've heard Jari Raz hanging around the Wells district, looking for new blood to hire. Remember the Winking Skeever next time you're footsore.
Oh, Sam, I can't. Okay,
If
I
you're
gotta do
looking
that
for
later.
a challenge, you've come to the right place.
There's no more loft? Huh. Weird.
If you need a good rumor, traitors, civil wars, dragons, those troubles don't cross.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
What? Nothing.
Yes?
Yeah, I used to have a mod that had a loft here. I don't know where it is.
This one's a favorite of mine.
Let me know if there's anything else you
know
need.
and love.
Look at all the
Our
books.
hero claims a warrior's heart. I tell you, the Dragonborn comes
And steals all your books.
with a voice wielding power
And
of the
stealing your
ancient Nord
books.
art. Believe, the Dragonborn comes.
To steal your books.
It's a
Why am I doing this instead of staying in my own homes? I don't want to look anybody in the eye that I like while I'm doing this.
to the evil of all Skyrim's foe.
Yeah, I'm the end to the evil.
Beware, the Dragonborn comes.
To steal your
For the
books.
darkness has passed, and the legend yet grows.
She really likes books.
You'll know.
Why don't you have clothes, buddy?
The Dragonborn.
Jorn.
I wish only to graduate and enroll with the Legion.
Jorn is
My
another
drums
dude.
will lead our
Okay.
troops to victory.
I hadn't fixed his clothes yet in this run through. It's my other playlist that actually has him clothed, so
I'm a little busy at the moment.
I'm not as
I've got all
offended
sorts of
as I have been in the past.
Papa says I want to rock.
Sweetie, his head's cut off, just like I cut off other
My
people's
papa
heads.
says I'm gregarious, just like him. He says it means smart, but my brother says he's wrong.
You're adorable. I won't kill you.
If you're heading to the Blue Palace,
I mean, if there was a
you might
quest,
want
I
to
probably would.
rethink
It is going to be tough. Jari Ra has a quest that I don't like. I have a mod called Save the Ice Runner. But when we get to the Solitude quest line, we're going to see how it goes. Because it's very buggy.
I'm telling you, Ulfric's planning an
Telling
attack
you.
on Whiterun.
in my other list,
He doesn't have the
I have
men.
something called
That's not what my scouts
Ulfric.
report, sir. Every day more join his
Ulfric
cause.
Tullius, give me a
Rifting,
break.
Dawnstone.
And it puts a delay on the ability to like hear that.
And Winterhold support him.
Okay, I've already picked your pockets, so.
It's not a cause. It's a
What do you think you're doing?
Oh.
Man's going to try to take Whiterun.
Jarl Balgruuf.
Balgruuf refuses the Legion's.
Wow, nobody noticed that?
To garrison troops in his city. On the other hand, he also refuses
Yeah, you guys
to
keep
acknowledge
talking.
Ulfric's claim.
Well, if he wants to stand outside the protection of...
They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King with his voice, shouted him apart.
Really? That's amazing.
Ah, at last. I've been anxiously awaiting your return.
Gaius Maro is dead.
Yes, I know. As does Astrid. You have done well, and have earned both your reward and a bonus, as I have mentioned. But you should know that we have a more pressing matter to deal with. It's... Cicero has been an incident. You should proceed into the sanctuary. I'll let Astrid explain.
Thanks for watching. Wishing you found family, creative hobbies, a hot bath after a long day, and food you love as much as Saleya loves apple pies.